Minneapolis St. Paul International Airport a decade ago, with a marked uptick beginning in 2016. The travelers departed with a total of $84 million and another $100 million the next year, Fox 9 reported in 2018. The travel report has taken an explosive new significance since the Fed allocated a mind-boggling up to $9 billion across the businesses such as daycares were taken away. So here's the question. How much of this you think Tim Walz knew this happened?
Oh, he knows about it. That's why he's saying fraud's been happening for years. He literally knows that fraud has been happening. And he is so stupid. Like, he knows it's happening. If someone's stealing money from me, and if I'm giving them money, and they're going to do something with it, what am I going to do? I'm going to stop giving them money. He's enabled and continues to let this fraud happen. And so everybody else inside that capital building.
That's all we're doing for a little bit.
Yeah, well, it's just a clip because this kind of brings me to a completely different thing that I'd like some people to look into. Rob, is this him talking about that he knows fraud is happening?
In 2019, yeah.
This is a 2019 clip.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. 6 years ago.
Clear that the legislative body report gave us a clear path. It told us that we could do better, and just like Myanmar, I now own that, and I own the fix for that. But I do want to be clear, before we take some other questions on this, that what needs to stop is a demonization of one community involved in this. What needs to stop is an absolutely unproven storyline that continues to resurface on the House floor that this money went to terrorists, and it's one group of our citizens here of Minnesotans. We'll own that this thing needs to be fixed. We'll own that there were problems in this. We will own that there are fixes, and we think we propose the right amount, but we're open to that to try and close this. But again, I am not going to allow folks to use this as a hammer against a group of people.
Okay. So he's not going to allow you to use this as a hammer. Okay, so then the next question is, how do you think you benefit from it? Not just election-wise, but do you think you benefit from it financially? How do you think you benefit from it?
There has to be some sort of incentive where he's benefiting from it. Whether it be he's actually receiving money or obviously the votes. But he has to have some sort of incentive to allow this to happen. Maybe he's getting somebody else rich, and then he's then getting money to fund for his next campaign. But that's kind of how I even had a mayor in California tell me once that that's why there's so many nonprofits, is because they create nonprofits and that money is to fund somebody else's campaign. But so Tim Walz, he's probably seeing some sort of benefits. I know he's been to China a lot. Tim Walz, he's actually not even from Minnesota. He was born in Nebraska. I don't even know if he owns a home in Minnesota. Like, I don't think he actually owns a home in Minnesota. He lives in the governor's mansion. But lots of really strange things underneath Tim Walz. And why would it take, if you're giving somebody millions of dollars and you notice that millions of dollars are going to places where they shouldn't be, how many years do you think it would take for you to solve that issue?
6 months, 3 to 6 months.
Yeah.
You put this in mind because you want to be able to gain credibility that we're addressing this issue and it cannot continue.
So he said it 6 years. And then in 2023, he said, in 2023, I think he said, we're going to give them a raise. We're going to give the child care a raise in Minnesota.
Yeah, this is a little weird because the one thing, when Kamala Harris was choosing the VP, and, is it going to be Newsom rejected it? It's going to be Josh Shapiro. They're not comfortable that he was Jewish, and that, he had some stuff, skeletons in the closet from a previous friend that he protected. They claimed that was the reason, right? And Josh is not a fan of Kamala Harris. Nobody in a million years thought it was going to be a guy named Tim Walz. But here's what happened, Robert. If you want to pull this up. When they announced Tim Walz, what's weird is 24 hours after announcing Tim Walz, a record-breaking $36 million went into the campaign. It was a record-breaking thing that happened. Whoa. I don't know if you knew this or not. Harris's campaign raises $36 million in 24 hours after announcing Walz as running. Where that money came from, of course.
I wrote this section like 6 months ago. I'm working on rehabilitation.
This was a record-breaking number. Who is Tim Walz? It's not like it's a massive name. Where's that money coming from? We don't know who this individual was. We would get this kind of money. But it gets people to question where this money came from.
Yeah, 100%. That's kind of goes back to my point that they'll start these organizations or start these daycares and then they can just get all this money tax-free and then they can funnel it wherever they want.
Yeah, so that is the part where how is he winning from doing this? There were also some people that were speculating, saying, you know, Tim Walz getting in. This is such a big issue nationwide with Democrats in different places. I even saw one that said Pennsylvania is also another place they're looking into. If this becomes a national thing on the Democratic side for fraud, this is not just bad for Tim Walz. This is bad for everybody. Yesterday, Scott Jennings on CNN, I don't know if you saw this exchange between Scott Jennings and Bill Abbey.
Yeah.
Did you see that exchange? Robert Kuhn played this clip. It was Scott doing his typical thing, which is, you know, destroying everybody on that show, and, you know, the CEO of CNN. Robert, if you want to play this clip real quick, watch this exchange first.
Why is it that right now everything seems to be about whether or not the people involved here are Somali, even though one of the biggest people who were involved in one of these frauds was not Somali at all. She's
I'm going to step into this soon.
responsible.